Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Current Affairs Audiobooks. This channel has been created to provide updated info about various current affairs issues. So if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon to notify you when I post new content. Hello friends, today we will have a comprehensive look at one of the most salient recent events, that is the delimitation of J&K, with a brief insight into the background as well as the salient features of the recommendations of the Delimitation Commission from a current affairs examination perspective. Before we start the topic, let us understand what is delimitation. Delimitation is the act of redrawing boundaries of an assembly or Lok Sabha to represent changes in the population. It is aimed at redrawing boundaries so as to ensure adequate representation of the population as per proportion. It may also lead to a change in the number of seats in a state. It is carried out by a delimitation commission whose orders have force of law and cannot be questioned by any court. Let us have a look at the background. Till 2019, the delimitation of Lok Sabha seats in J&K was under the purview of the Constitution of India. However, state assembly seats were governed by the J&K Constitution and the J&K Representation of Peoples Act. Delimitation was last carried out in 1963, 1973 and 1995. A legislature was passed prohibiting delimitation exercises in the state till 2026, which was upheld by the Apex Court. The delimitation exercise was necessitated by the abrogation of Article 370 and separation of Ladakh as a union territory. The process commenced in early 2020 under a retired judge, and the report was required to be submitted in 1 year, which was further given an extension of another 1 year. This process is necessary to commence the electoral process in the union territory. Let us have a look at the various recommendations made by the Commission. There will be 7 new assembly seats, 6 for Jammu and 1 for Kashmir. This will take the total seats from Kashmir to 47 and from Jammu to 43. The total seats will be 90, which was earlier 87. After the removal of 4 seats of Ladakh and adding the 7 new seats, the total comes to 90. There are 24 seats for Pakistan occupied Jammu Kashmir, which remains vacant. There will be 7 seats for scheduled castes to include Hindus in the Samba, Kathua, Jammu and Udhampur belt. 9 assembly constituent seats have been reserved for scheduled tribes for the first time, with 6 falling in Jammu and 3 in Kashmir. The same was not part of the earlier constitution. Lok Sabha constituencies have been reframed with total of 5 seats, with Kashmir having 2, Jammu having 2 and 1 seat including the disjointed regions of 3 districts of South Kashmir and Rajouri and Poonch in the Pir Panjal Valley. All the 5 parliamentary constituencies have an equal number of assembly constituencies with 18 seats each. All assembly constituencies will remain within the boundary of the concerned districts. There are minor boundary changes across 21 assembly constituencies. There exists changed nomenclature for 13 assembly seats. 2 members, including 1 female from the Kashmir migrant community, have also been given representation in the assembly. This delimitation has sought representation of displaced persons from POJK. In POJK, there are about 7 lakh eligible voters for the J&K constitution. However, these suggestions have been opposed by various parties. The main reasons for the opposition are as follows. Kashmir has a larger population as per the census 2011, the figures being 68.88 lakhs compared to 53.50 lakhs in Jammu. The justification for increasing 6 seats for Jammu vis-a-vis 1 for Kashmir has been presumed to be incorrect. The delimitation process has been accused of favoring Jammu region over Kashmir for electoral reasons. Kashmir representation has been reduced from 55.4% to 52.2% and Jammu representation has increased from 44.6% to 47.8%. The scheduled tribe seats should have been divided in both Jammu and Kashmir, as the scheduled tribe population in both is almost equal. This has been opposed by the regional parties of the state since on ground there exists a legislature that there will be no delimitation exercise in the state till 2026. This was upheld by the apex court. The validity of the commission has been questioned as there is a national freeze on delimitation and the constitutional challenge to the J&K Reorganization Act 2019 is still pending before the apex court. Political parties are demanding statehood and special constitutional guarantees on land, jobs, demography, and culture. The recommendations of the Delimitation Commission have been rejected by all parties except the BJP. The Commission has argued that in addition to the population census of 2011, which is the basis of working out the constituencies, it had taken into consideration topography, means of communication, and the convenience available. To conclude, with the end of the delimitation exercise and the recommendations having been formalized, the Union Territory of J&K is poised for elections in the near future. With this, we come to the end of our discussion on the delimitation of J&K. Please do let me know if you would like to know more about current affairs topics in the comment section. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. All the best. Jai Hind.